Hello everyone and welcome to my channel. This is the 36th part of What If Deku Was a Magical Girl Mascot. Quirk, Magical Girl Mascot. The author of this great fanfic is Emma. I believe links to them and original story in the description. Chapter 36, Gala Hostage. Izuku was waiting for Katsuki to get ready. He had managed to get dressed and was waiting in his mascot form. As he had his phone out just in case he heard it ring. He saw it was Tenya. After all, he was the only one who could activate the telepathy, so everyone else, if they wanted to start a conversation from far away, would have to call him. "Hello?" answered Izuku. "Izuku! What's taking so long?" yelled Tenya on the other end. "We were supposed to meet at a certain time and you and Katsuki are late." "We'll be there as soon as possible," cried Izuku. "Let me guess, Leg Day is complaining?" asked Katsuki, wearing a rather nice red dress. "Yeah," said Izuku. "I'm ready, so tell him to hold his horses," muttered Katsuki. "Kakin is finally ready, we'll be there soon," said Izuku. "Fine," sighed Tenya. The call was over. "You really ready?" asked Izuku. "Yeah, come on," muttered Katsuki. Izuku nodded and jumped onto her shoulder. They got to the skyscraper where Tenya, Shoto, and the three waiters were waiting for them. "You're seriously wearing your waiter uniform?" asked Katsuki. "Yeah, I didn't bring many other clothes since I figured I would be working most of the time," said Kirishima. "It figures," muttered Katsuki. "I can't not see it," thought Izuku as he watched the two interact. However, Izuku noticed something. Mineta was crying. "What's wrong with him?" asked Izuku with a sweat drop. "I think it's what Ida is wearing," said Kaminari. As it turned out, Tenya had chosen to wear a dark blue pantsuit instead of a dress. Shoto was wearing a dress though as a way to mess with her father. After Shed is acting as a representative, attending the party in a dress would raise a few eyebrows. Still, the fact she was wearing a pantsuit was a big deal for Mineta. "Hey! Sorry we're late," said Achiko, showing up. Izuku saw and she was wearing a nice pink dress. He turned into his human form. "You look really nice," said Izuku, blushing. Achiko blushed when he said that. "Yayorozu lent me a dress," said Achiko. "It will looks nice," said Izuku. "You look nice too," said Achiko. "You really think so?" said Izuku. Achiko nodded. "You two are still awkward dorks," muttered Katsuki. This just made the two blush even more. "So is everyone here?" asked Jiro as she arrived with Yayorozu. "Melissa isn't here yet," said Izuku. "Sorry, I'm late," called out Melissa. She was wearing a nice dress and had her hair up and didn't wear her glasses. However, that was when nearby windows and doors were suddenly shuttered. "What just happened?" asked Mineta. Jiro decided to check her phone. As it turned out, there was a bomb threat discovered somewhere on the island, and because of that there was a shelter in place as well as communication being cut off. Throughout the island, security robots were making the rounds and getting people to head inside because of the bomb threat. "This is not the protocols for a bomb threat," said Melissa. "Is there any way we can go downstairs?" asked Izuku. "There's a second of stairs over there," said Melissa. "You'll be able to see the ballroom via a skylight." "All right," said Katsuki, taking charge. "Earphones, you're coming with me." Jiro knew why, just in case they would be able to see something who might be able to explain things. The two got to the area that was mentioned and they saw that the pro heroes in the ballroom were all being restrained, including All Might. All Might looked up and saw both Katsuki and Jiro. He nodded and began to explain things to them. About how villains had taken control of the building and had taken both David and Sam in order to get something. Jiro relayed this information to Katsuki and they left. All Might breathed a sigh of relief that the teens were okay, having heard from Melissa that she was going to hang out at the gala with her new friends. He hoped that none of them would get into trouble. Who am I kidding? Thought All Might with a sigh. It's Midoriya and his partners, they're probably going to do something. The two made it back upstairs, telling about what was going on. You're serious? Asked Melissa in shock. That's what the lonely old man said. Said Katsuki. Please stop calling All Might a lonely old man. Sighed Izuku. We need to stop them for sure. Said Katsuki. You can be serious. Said Tenya. All of the pros are captured and we're the only ones who can. Said Izuku. But? Said Tenya. Tenya. Muttered Katsuki, I get you're still worried about breaking the rules after what happened with Stain, but this isn't like this at all, we're the only ones who can do this. Tenya's eyes widened when she said that. The fact that she referred to Tenya by name was a big deal after all. Besides, we don't need to fight them for long, just figure out how to free the pros. Said Shoto. He's right. Said Kirishima. He? Asked Melissa. Long story. Said Achiko. Do you know how to free the heroes? Izuku asked Melissa. I do, we have to owe the top floor and turn off the security. Said Melissa. And you know how to do it? Asked Katsuki. I do, but there's something you have to know about me. Said Melissa. What's wrong? Asked Izuku. You have a useless quirk? Asked Katsuki. No. Said Melissa, I have no quirk. I'm quirkless. Everyone was surprised by this. I won't be of any help if we get into a fight. I'm sorry. Said Melissa. We can try to avoid fighting. Said Yayorozu. It will be difficult though. Said Tenya. That was when something hit Izuku with what Yayorozu said. Wait. I just realized something. Said Izuku, a way not only get back up but maybe get some pro heroes. What? Asked Achiko. The security robots, do they track people by heat or sight? Asked Izuku. They use sight? Why? Asked Melissa. Izuku's partners and the other girls, who had already learned about Toru's magical girl abilities, already figured out the plan. Do you have any idea what they're talking about? Asked Kaminari. I have no idea. Said Kirishima. I can't believe we're doing this. Cried Mineta. Meanwhile in the hotel room, due the fact that all communication was down, the three girls were roughing it. As it turned out, Toru had brought along a deck of Uno cards just in case of an emergency or they got bored of the internet. Draw 4. Said Tsuyu, placing down said card. Oh come on. Yelled Ashido, who was the victim. And it's yellow. Said Tsuyu. Don't worry, you will be avenged. Said Toru, somewhat. She placed a yellow draw too. Toru. Tsu. Mentally called out Izuku. Hey. Is everything okay with you guys? I'm guessing this bomb threat is making things boring for you too. Thought Toru. No, it's not a bomb threat. Explained Izuku. This got both of the partners in the hotel room on edge. A bunch of villains took over the main building and is using a fake bomb threat as a diversion. Explained Katsuki. Wait, are you serious? Thought Tsuyu. Oh no. Thought Toru. Guys, what wrong? Asked Ashido, quickly realizing that they were getting a telepathic call. We'll explain in a minute. Sighed Tsuyu. We need backup. Thought Izuku. But those robots will do something. Pointed out Tsuyu, having seen some of the robots outside. They only use sight to work. Explained Izuku. Wait. Thought Toru. See if there's any heroes or the hotel, we have to get a girl to the top level. Thought Katsuki. What girl? Asked Tsuyu. All Might's niece. Thought Achiko. All Might has a niece. Mentally yelled Toru. Honorary. Thought Shoto. Oh, that makes sense. Thought Tsuyu, having heard about the connection between the founder of the island and All Might. Okay. I'll see if I can get some heroes and back you guys up. Thought Toru. Thanks, Toru. Thought Izuku. Wait. I just realized something. Avoiding the robots is easy, but I'm sure that building is locked up. How are we going to get into the building? Thought Tsuyu. They could feel the awkward silence from the other members of the partners. She's right, we should have thought of it to come with. Thought Tenya, and I don't know if Ashido would be able to help. Maybe the vents. Thought Achiko. Or we can see if any of the heroes here might be able to help. Thought Toru. All right. Thought Izuku. Leave it open just in case. Thought Tsuyu. I will. Thought Izuku, it's a good idea to leave it open to everyone but Mom. Are you sure it's a good idea to leave your mom? Asked Tsuyu. She's back home and there's nothing she can do being so far away. Thought Izuku. You don't want to get in trouble. Thought Toru. Kind of. Thought Izuku. Back in the main building, they got back on track with the plan. There's no guarantee they can get into the building, said Tenya. But they should be able to make it to the building, said Izuku. Yayorozu and Jiro nodded. What are you even talking about? Asked Kaminari. I bonded with Toru at the start of summer vacation, said Izuku, blushing. What? Seriously? Yelled Kaminari. Are you trying to have all the girls to yourself? Yelled Mineta. It's not like that, we bonded so she can have his actual costume, said Izuku, blushing. Oh, said Kirishima, and I take it she can turn other things invisible. She can, including her costume and other people, said Izuku. Now she's not naked anymore, bemoaned Mineta. You couldn't even see anything, said Katsuki, glaring at him. It's the principle of the thing, cried Mineta. She should be able to get to the building, said Izuku. But getting inside is another story, said Melissa. We're going to see what heroes they can get and see if they can get into the building, said Tenya. So we still have to go up, muttered Mineta. Yeah, said Izuku. Do we have to? Asked Mineta. Grapiest. You're supposed to be a hero in training, said Katsuki, act like it. Mineta only shook. Yeah, but, said Mineta. Come on, let's just leave him behind, said Katsuki. Do you know how to get upstairs? Asked Izuku. I do, said Melissa. Izuku nodded and turned into his animal form. Are you sure you should be that way? Asked Jiro. We don't know how long it will take to get up there. I need to conserve my time, said Izuku. He spent almost all day in his human form, said Katsuki. He only has a few hours left. This way, said Melissa. As Melissa showed them the way to the stairs, Izuku knew he had to ask his parents for an opinion on something. If things get really bad, should I? Thought Izuku. The partners that were there knew what he was referring to. It depends on how bad things get, thought Tenya. It's probably a bad idea to bond with someone who lives here, thought Katsuki. What? Asked both Toru and Tsuyu. All Might's niece is quirkless, explained Achiko. No way, said Toru. You're serious? Asked Tsuyu. She is, thought Tenya. Just wait and see, thought Shoto. We also don't know if she can bond with you, thought Katsuki. Izuku nodded as they headed upstairs. Back at the hotel, after explaining to Ashido what was going on, they went to the main desk and told the workers what was really going on and how they were students at UA, which gave them some clout. All of the heroes that were in the hotel, either as guests or eating at one of the restaurants, were brought down. Toru and Tsuyu explained the situation and how they knew about it, as well as Toru's abilities. Wait, so the gala was taken over by terrorists, said one male hero from America. Yes, said Toru. A party in a skyscraper was taken over by terrorists, said the hero. I think we just said that, said Tsuyu with a sweat drop. You had me at terrorist hijacking skyscraper during a party, yelled the hero. I'm in. Almost everyone was staring at the hero. I am not going to explain my reasons, said the hero, only that I am very happy to help. The hero was named Hammerhand. He had a fairly basic quirk that turned his hands into hammers. However, the reason why he was excited was because of his bucket list. He was always wanted to be in a die-hard situation, i.e., stopping villains taking over a skyscraper during a party. So yeah. Why do I get the feeling he has an ulterior motive? Said Tsuyu. Yeah. I'm getting it too, said Ashido. I'll help you too, said a female hero who was covered in leaves and vines. I'll probably be able to help get into the building. I'm in, said a hero with Australian accent covered in tattoos. Me too, said a rather tall hero. Thanks so much, said Toru. Hey, you're the one we should be thanks, said the Australian hero. Yeah, you're the one letting us know the truth, said the female hero. And I get to cross something off my bucket list, said Hammerhand. What? Asked Toru. Nothing, yelled Hammerhand. Must be an American thing, said the female hero. Tsuyu nodded in agreement. Things weren't looking good, but hopefully they would be able to get Melissa to fix everything while Toru's group would be able to help as well. They could only hope, but things were going to get messy for sure, and none of knew just how much. That will be it for this part. I hope everyone enjoyed. If you did, please leave a like and comment if you want part 37. If you want to hear more from me, subscribe. I hope to see you all in the next one.